Nigeria begins contactless passport processing in Europe after it was implemented in Canada a few days ago. Minister of Interior, Honorable Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, performed the online breaking event on February 7, 2025. Details shortly. The Comptroller General of the Nigerian Immigration Service was at NIDCOM headquarters in Abuja to brief the Chairman CEO, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, Honorable Abike Dabir Erewa, on the significance of the contactless passport processing initiative. Stick around for details. And ahead of the Zumunta Association USA Annual Convention, Honorable Abike Dabir Erewa, Chairman CEO, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, has announced a partnership with the association to host the event. This announcement was made during a strategic meeting in Abuja with representatives from Zumunta Association USA and Dr. Muhammad Shehu Bello, Chairman, Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission, RMAFC. Give back to the institution. Dabir Erewa urges alumni of the Great Ife, both at home and in the diaspora. We also have our complimentary segments of health tips by Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas and our diaspora of the moment. This is your favorite show, The Diaspora. I am Khadija Bamali, your uncle. Good to be back. Please stay. Welcome back. Speaking at the launch on Friday, the Honorable Minister of Interior, Honorable Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo said, "Today marks yet another pivotal moment in our commitment to streamline and enhance the efficiency of government services for Nigerians both at home and in the diaspora, in line with the renewed hope agenda of this administration." The report.
As with the case in Canada, this innovative system is designed to eliminate the traditional hurdles associated with passport renewals. Now, eligible Nigerians in Europe can renew their passport entirely online from the comfort of their homes and offices. He added that this initiative not only reduces the inconvenience of travel and long waiting times, but also brings the services of the Nigerian Immigration Service, NIS, directly to your digital doorstep. The introduction of this system in Europe further underscores our dedication to efficiency by allowing passport renewals to be conducted without physical presence. This helps us cut down processing times significantly. Accessibility, ensuring that Nigerians in the diaspora experience government services with ease regardless of their location. Modernization, embracing technology to meet the contemporary needs of our citizens, in line with our pledge to digital transformation of our country as we race towards achieving the $1 trillion economy ambition of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. Tunji-Ojo stated that the Nigerian diaspora is an integral part of our national fabric, which contributes immensely to our development. Hence, it is our duty to ensure they have access to services that match the highest standard of professionalism and efficiency. As a government, we will continue to uphold transparency without compromising security in all our operations. This launch is also the beginning. We are poised to explain these reforms by bringing government services closer to all Nigerians. We look forward to a future where every Nigerian, whether at home or abroad, benefits from our efforts to modernize and humanize government services.
Briefing the Chairman CEO, NIDCOM, Honorable Abike Dabir Erewa, the Comptroller General of Nigerian Immigration Service, stated, "The contactless passport processing initiative is ready for launch, especially for Nigerians in diaspora, Europe."
The purpose of our meeting this afternoon, or our coming here this afternoon, is to notify the chairman and your team that Nigerian Immigration Service is ready to deploy our contactless solution in Europe. And NICOM is a very, very important partner of ours, a critical stakeholder for us in NIS, especially with regards to the diaspora, like Nigerians living abroad. And since this services is going to be deployed on the 7th of February, we've been in talks with NICOM, of course, but we just felt it's proper for us to come and officially notify you that come 7th of February this month, we're going to deploy the contactless solution in Europe, and UK is going to be the coordinating center. So it's very, very important for us, the partner, to continue to collaborate together to make sure that we give Nigerians in diaspora a very good services and make sure that their welfare and their rights and their stay in a foreign land is as comfortable and as pleasurable as possible. And I know that NICOM has been doing a wonderful job in that regard. And we must partner together in terms of advocacy, in terms of sensitization, in terms of awareness creation for Nigerians outside the country to understand what these services entail and to know that this administration, this present administration, is poised, is ready to make sure that the welfare of Nigerians is paramount to them, to us. And that's why these services has now been implemented. And I must say that our minister has been working tirelessly to make sure that we add value, we make sure that the services we create, the services we render to not just Nigerians in the country, but Nigerians outside the country is actually of good quality and is actually beneficial, and it makes their life easier.
The fact that Europe will finally have the contactless on the 7th of this month is one of the best news that will be broken today. You started in Canada,
Yes.
and that was fantastic. And we, as your partners, and we try to be your gatekeepers, have monitored Canada. There hasn't been any complaint, at least none that could not be solved. So I congratulate you and the Minister of Interior for this groundbreaking innovation. And as you begin in Europe, as you launch, as you introduce it from the 7th, we'll also continue to monitor and ask Nigerians for their feedback. And I'm sure, just like Canada, it will go very, very well. So we are there to ensure that we listen to Nigerians and whatever it is they have to say. And I know for sure that there's been an unmistakable improvement. And Nigerians in the diaspora actually tell us to thank you and congratulate you for the great job you've done. And the Minister of Interior, Mr. Tunji, thank you very much, my sister. I want to thank you also for the 10-year passport that Nigerians in diaspora now get. Is very exciting. And also the visa on arrival has improved tremendously. There were hiccups when it started, but as of today, virtually no complaints about visa on arrival. Again, we'll pass the message on, and it's important for Nigerians to know, because we get complaints about those who want to a new passport. So this is not for you. It's for renewals.
It's for renewals.
And it's not for minors.
It's not for minors, and it's not for first timers.
And it's not for first timers. So that is very important, a very important message to pass on. And then also to appeal to them to also try to renew their passports 6 months before it expires. You lose nothing.
They have the opportunity of renewing it a year before. We've given them that leeway. Those in diaspora, you have a whole year to renew, because we know that it's critical for their stay over there in terms of work and residency. So they have that leeway of renewing a year before expiring.
So can you hear that? Nigerians in the diaspora, you can renew your passports a year before expiring. And I'm sure if you follow the rules, there'll be no reason to complain. This is a copy of our diaspora policy to guide all diaspora engagement. It was enacted in 2014 when we started and that's all diaspora engagement.
Nigerians in diaspora are in for a better deal. Kudos to NIS and the Minister of Interior. Now, let's bring to you the strategic meeting between the Zumunta Association USA, NIDCOM, and the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission in Abuja ahead of their national convention in Lafia, Nasarawa State.
The Board of Trustees of Zumunta Association USA Incorporated decided that this year's 2025 annual general convention of Zumunta will be held in Nigeria. They therefore contacted NIDCOM, their embassy in Nigeria, to say how do they go about this. So we set up a strategy committee that looked at the feasibility. They've been in the US, they've been holding their AGMs in the US for many years. But because of the engagement and the interface between NIDCOM and them, we felt once in a while they need to bring the AGM home so that it will ginger some people who have not been to Nigeria over the past 30 years to show interest in coming, and also to come and physically see exactly what Zumunta has been engaging with the local economy in northern Nigeria and in Nigeria in particular. So NIDCOM took it upon itself to make some exploratory discussions with one of our foremost Zumunta member, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Nasarawa State, Engineer Abdullah Sule, and to say, sir, Nasarawa, they've repaired the road and expanded it. So now to go to Lafia is just 2 hours and on a smooth road. And His Excellency, the Governor, is amiably receptive to that particular idea. Our visit, therefore, to you, sir, is to intimate you of what is going to happen in July, from July 14th to July 24th in Lafia, Nasarawa State, where for the first time in a very long while, Zumunta is bringing its annual general convention.
I can assure you today what Nasarawa is doing, I'm about to compare it to what we are doing in Houston, Texas, because we have a lot of foreign people there now in terms of Chinese bringing in investors. Recently, His Excellency was in China and he has attracted over $200 million investment. We have some industries now that are coming to set up in the state just because of his own knowledge of making sure that all souls are being captured, and then we will have a subtle environment where people can actually say, yes, I'm home. This is home for me to rest, and that is what Nasarawa is all about. So we're looking forward to having you over. We're looking forward for you to come also and have some farm, because His Excellency is concentrating so much in agriculture, where we have a lot of rice. We have other things that people are actually investing in. So just let us know you want the land, we got it for you. And we're going to make that happen so that not just Nigeria becoming a better place, but Nasarawa will be able to occupy and engage every soul that means well by the country.
The whole reason why Zumunta is doing this convention is to demonstrate our eager to support to build Nigeria, especially any Zumunta member that is back in Nigeria contributing. We want to support him or her because their sources is our sources and their failure is our failure, but inshallah that will not happen. That is the spirit of Zumunta. That is why we say we should intimidate you. And I remember the first thing you gave us just a go ahead without even hesitation at all. So again, honestly, we thank you sincerely. We are so proud of you.
We are grateful, and your commission is doing a fantastic job. And we will personally, I will be there by the grace of God. All the things that are listed here, very important. It's about progress, it's about investments, it's about networking, it's about getting to know each other, like we have done previously in various states. One of the things that I love about Zumunta is a non-political organization. So I thank you for your leadership, and Salisu, you were in the thick of it that time. So I will do what I can to support Zumunta Association.
Honorable Abike Dabir Erewa has urged alumni of the University of Ife, both at home and in the diaspora, to give back to the institution. Some executive members of the Alumni Association Abuja chapter visited the NIDCOM bus.
We always want those of us that are able to also join us in supporting to keep the university at the level that it ought to be. Our executive have a very clear plan of how we want to go about it. This year we're going to host a global reunion where everybody, both diaspora and local, will come to Abuja to first remember old times, but also to contribute to bringing Ife back to the status it ought to be in the Committee of Universities, both locally and internationally. So we're using that opportunity to invite you to be a part of that global reunion in the first instance. We also have very specific projects that we're embarking on. The school has very serious challenges with student accommodation, and there are requirements. There is a minimum number of accommodation that should be available on campus compared to the student population. The population today is about 36,000, and so there is a glut of about 8,000 bed spaces that need to be covered. Abuja branch has taken it upon ourselves that we will support the university to meet up with that 8,000 room. Luckily for us, we have members, some of the biggest estate developers in the country. They are one of us. IBEN Estates is one of the biggest developers around. He's one of us. He would have actually joined us at this meeting with you. Of course, we have several others who are very well-known construction persons and all of that. So we'll also like to invite you. It's a modular framework. You can sponsor 2 or 3 or 4 rooms, and we can label it in your name as a whole.
You came at a time that actually I'd been discussing with the Vice Chancellor.
Oh, good.
And some people in that, what can I do?
Oh, good.
Honestly, I'm supposed to meet 2 professors.
Yes.
That I really want to. It's like you go, you just leave. So and they said, oh, we're going to brainstorm with you. So you're giving me options.
Yes.
And suggestions, which I will also seek your advice. So I'll be interested in, you've mentioned some things, department, the hall, sports.
Yeah.
So we have to find out which one, like you said, Ozekawa did law.
Yes.
I haven't been to English department, so I don't know what the needs are, but maybe the hall.
The dean called me last night.
Who?
The dean, faculty of her heart.
Okay.
Through Professor Yusuf. That I should talk with recently.
Yeah.
He has written a letter.
But what do they? I definitely would like to do as much as I can.
Yes.
But we thank God for the First Lady,
Yes.
Chief Miss Oluremi Tinubu, for what she's done for the institution.
Yeah.
So I'll work with Balogun and I'll work with you to look at what we can install. I like the idea of adopt a room or adopt something, and then you talk about building 8,000. Yeah, I think those ones are needs. So one can take a floor or something. I don't know how
Exactly.
So we look at it at the cost implication and see what we can. But definitely, it's something we all need to do. It's something we should have done years back. But Godspeed. And the fact that you keep thinking, I want to do it, I want to do it. I've been having discussions. And in fact, these 2 professors that were supposed to meet, and we're saying, okay, these are the options. I was thinking maybe an endowment, but all you have put at the table, one can look at those options and see what one can do. But thank you for keeping the flag flying. Thank you, because doing an alumni is a passion that we should all have. So thank you all for your sacrifices and your time.
Great Ife, Africa.
Africa's most beautiful campus. We are conscious, vigilant, progressive, alert against all oppression. Forward never, backward never, learning and culture, sport and struggle. Great effect, great, I love you. There is only one great effect in the universe. Another great effect is a counterfeit. Great, 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 great.
Let's take a short break. The Diaspora continues shortly. Now, to our health tips segment with Ampa Doctor.
So according to UNICEF, WHO, and multiple other breastfeeding organizations, there are so many benefits to breastfeeding. I actually like to call breast milk, liquid gold. It is that valuable. It is very important to try to initiate breastfeeding as early as 1 hour from birth for those who do breastfeed, and this can really help combat, childhood malnutrition. In the entire world, over 500,000 children are malnourished and do not receive enough food. Breast milk can help reduce that gap. Along with providing benefits to decrease the risk of malnutrition, breastfeeding also decreases the risk of gastrointestinal infections, diarrhea, eczema, respiratory illnesses, and in childhood leukemia. That has also been found to reduce that risk. There are also many benefits for the mother for breastfeeding.
Let's lead you to our Diaspora of the moment, with Shaliwa Ajila presenting.
Our Diaspora of the moment is Miss Tracy Ibiobodi. Tracy is a chef consultant, traveler, and host of culinary events. She has also written and published the cooking guidebook, Soul Kitchen. Tracy embraced her passion for cooking and graduated from Italian Culinary School after 15 years of experience as a waitress in Italy, which brought her to the limelight. She emerged winner of the 2022 MasterChef Italia. The international cooking show was held in December 2022 and witnessed the appearance of notable and world-class chefs who participated in the competition. Among the 20 contestants at the event, judges were fascinated by Tracy's cuisine, which was a tasty menu of perfectly blended Nigerian and Italian cooking, which earned her the prize. In the words of Tracy, "During my path at MasterChef, I have learned to open up to what is unknown and accept what surrounds me without fear or prejudice and make it a part of my cuisine in a positive way." The Nigerian Italian received the prize of €100 in gold tokens and the right to publish a book of recipes. Congratulations, Tracy. We celebrate you as our Diaspora of the moment.
It has been your favorite show, The Diaspora, and I have been your anchor, Khadija Bomeli. Stay positive.